Welcome to Guru Trader video for Wednesday, November the 17th, 2010. Here's the 6 market movers that we're watching today. 4 new symbols, 2 follow-ups on the TSX Venture, following up on MVN Madalena Ventures Inc., 70 cents up a nickel. First time mentioning PPI Passport Potash Inc., 14 cents up 4.5 cents. New symbol VER Vecta Energy Corp., 17 cents up a penny. Another new symbol PCY Prophecy Resources Corp., 119 up 10 cents. Following up on TRR, Trelawney Mining and Exploration Inc., 250 up 34. And lastly, on the AMEX, new symbol SIHI SinoHub Inc., 294 up 45. Let's take a closer look at these. A few videos ago, I mentioned that this is when gold was well through $1,400 that we're probably due for a pullback here. I look at Fibonacci retracements and things like that, and my charts were telling me that we could easily see gold pull back to 1280 to the 1330 range. Just looking down, if you look at our homepage, people were asking where they can get spot gold prices, investorsguru.com. You'll see over on the right here we have these charts for North American indices, world indices, energy down below, and right here is the metals, the spot gold price, spot silver, platinum, COMEX copper, etc. So anyway, the gold today for most of the day was well, we're past the close right now, was well below. It was down all day. It shot up, I think, near the close. And here we are right at this 1330 level. So we may be bottoming out here. I don't know. A lot of that's going to depend. It's going to be news driven. The effect of this news coming out of Ireland. If there's nothing coming out, or if it's quiet or bad news, we'll probably see gold go lower. On the other hand, if they resolve something in the next day or two, you could see gold shoot up. That's just the way it's been behaving in the past. So I thought I'd make a note on that. So check it over. There's our market movers. You can get you can do currency conversions at the bottom. We have a currency converter, watch list that you can edit, and of course you can sign up to our newsletter and watch our videos right on our website. So anyway, I just thought I'd throw that out there. Anyway, here's the 6 stocks we're watching today. MVN Madalena Ventures. This is one we've commented on. This is our third post since 30 cents on March the 8th. It's 70 cents today, up a nickel, 7.69%. Volume 6.5 million, 132 million market cap. The 52-week high was 71 cents, which it did on October 18th. Pulled back to 60 cents here, and it looks like it's ready to make another run. The low was on December 15th at 15 cents. Nice stair-stepping, higher highs, higher lows for most of the year. Anyway, they're drilling for oil and gas in South America and I believe in Argentina, and they put out news yesterday. Madalena provides update on Can X1 exploration well. They've drilled it down to a total depth of I think 10,930 feet. Encountered several zones with hydrocarbon potential. I want to let this speak for itself. Oil and gas releases are very technical and their stocks are very volatile, so I don't want to read anything into it. But anyway, we've been following it for a while, and they have been putting out a fair bit of news lately, and the stock's been responding, so I just wanted to update it. Now, on the 10th, they announced a closing of a $26.5 million equity financing. I think that was done at 65 cents. Yeah, right there, 2.3 million common shares issued pursuant to the exercise of full underwriters and an overallotment option at a price of 65 cents. 26.5 million is what they raised. So they issued a total of 40.775 million common shares of the company, including 2.3 million in the overallotment. So anyway, that's about it on that one. I just wanted to give an update because it's making another new 52-week high. Trade as high as 76 cents today. Moving on, PPI. This is a new one, Passport Potash. Now we've been commenting on a few potash companies. I like the juniors here. They can move fairly quickly, and pretty nuts and bolts, simple industry to understand. You find a potash deposit, raise the money, do some drilling, and hopefully that translates into a resource at some point. So we've been watching some juniors like everybody knows about the potash deal with BHP falling, or not going ahead, but we've been following a lot of the junior plays like Encanto Potash, Atlanta Potash, and a few others. So anyway, here's another one. First time looking at this one. 14 at 4.5, 47% move today. Mind you, that's only 4.5 cents. Volume over almost 4.5 million shares traded out of a total 44 million shares outstanding. It's showing. Now the market cap, this is trading like a shell here, only $6 million market cap, 6.18 million. The 52-week high in the stock was 14.5, which it did on July 30th. Sold down a little bit late summer, and it's right back to that level. Now keep in mind the low on this stock was June the 9th at 3.5 cents. So let's see what news there is. They announced today Passport Potash announces drilling at the Holbrook Potash Project. I think that's in Arizona. Twin Butts Ranch. You'd have to read into this. I don't have time. They talk about necessary permits from the Arizona Oil and Gas Commission and from the Arizona State Land Department to proceed with drilling. So anyway, that's what we're looking for, is companies that are going into drilling. So Holbrook Basin is located in an area with excellent infrastructure and is known to contain a 600 square mile potash bed in the Permian Subai Formation as documented by the Arizona Geological Survey. So that's what they're working on. Now they also announced, the company also announces it's granted 2.352 million incentive stock options to directors, employees, and consultants at a price of 10 cents for a 5-year term. So that's interesting. Let's look at the 5-year chart. Stock's been to $1 for briefly back in 2007, but hasn't done a lot since. So I don't know if this is a turnaround situation. I'd really call them and get some more information on the company and find out how active they're going to be, going into next year. So we'll keep an eye on that one. This is another new one. VER, Vecta Energy Corp. 17 up a penny, 6% move, 3 million shares traded, 76 million shares outstanding, $12 million market cap. The 52-week high on this is 17.5, which it did on November the 12th. Now the low on this stock was September 24th at a penny. So this is basically a shell here that they're reviving. Because if you look, there actually is a history on this stock. If you look at the 5-year or even the 10-year, you'll see that this stock has been to 80 cents and then it's kind of blew up and has been directionless since. So it looks like they're breathing new life into this, and I think they renamed it from I can't remember the name of it was called something else at one time. So but anyway, this is what they're doing. And November the 4th they announced Vecta Energy Corporation enters a joint venture in Montana, Shaw Bakken oil play. Now this Bakken oil area in the Canada-U.S. borders, where a lot of plays going on, a lot of prospective oil plays that have developed out of that area. So that's the area they're in. I'm not sure who they're in with. You'd have to read the release, what percentage they're getting. So anyway, it seems like the stock is responding to that. Let's see if there's any follow-up. This spike kind of scares me. Keep in mind, it's only a 1 cent move. So let's see what kind of follow-through we have. Now they announced, like I said, looks like they've been reorganizing here. November the 3rd they announced shares for debt. October 5th they announced extension of secured loans, more shares for debt, and they announced closing of sale of properties, director resigning, name change. There it is, Crow's Energy, I think is what this company was called at one time. So just started watching that one. PCY Prophecy Resource Corp. 119 up a dime, 9% move, 2.5 million shares traded, 155 million market cap. 52-week high was $1.10, which it did yesterday, and the low on this one was February the 8th at 30 cents. It's kind of an erratic chart. It's a coal play, I believe, in Mongolia. That they announced on the 15th. Prophecy Resource Corp. Detailed environmental impact assessment approved for 600 megawatt pit mouth power plant by Prophecy's 1.2 billion ton Changana coal project, Mongolia. So if you're looking for a coal play, interesting. Keep in mind it's in Mongolia, but there's a lot of details on infrastructure and everything that they're doing, populations of the area, where they're at in the project. I think they just got their permit. That was another release recently. There's the chart, very erratic. Okay, so we're right back to this level again, which is where it was back in 2007. So this looks like a development project, and as opposed to just a pure exploration play. So there was, let's see, this news release was retracted regarding gross metal value. I haven't read that yet. Now they may have some rare earth metal properties. I'm not sure. It says Prophecy reports multiple 1 gram rhodium, 10 gram platinum. That's probably what they just retracted. Anyway, Prophecy completes $2.2 million private placement. They did that at 53 cents per unit. So lots of news there to look into if you're interested in a coal play. We just put it on our radar because that is a significant news, and it's getting through that magical $1 level on volume, which is a new 52-week high, and actually I think that's a new high for the stock. So we'll keep an eye on it. Now, moving on, TRR, Trelawney Mining and Exploration. We've mentioned Trelawney. This is our 5th post since 99 cents on March the 3rd. We mentioned it November 4th at $1.91. If you ever want to verify that, go to twitter.com/investorsguru, and click on our profile, go to the bottom of the page, click the more button or whatever until all the pages open up, and then do a search from your browser for TRR or any symbol, and you can find it at all the prices that we posted at. So anyway, TRR continues to make new highs. The 52-week high was 221, which it did yesterday. Today it traded, there's the chart, and traded as high as 260 today. So we're closing near 250 here. But this is what caught our eye. November 16th, another great hole. It seems, at first glance, Trelawney intersects 520 meters of 1.44 grams per ton gold at the Cote Lake deposit. So there's other results here throughout the year. You know, here's 139 meters of 1.62, 137 meters of 5.33. They trade now on the Frankfurt Stock Exchange. So we've mentioned them many times. Looks like a very very prospective area. Lots of drill holes, lots of activity. I'd like to call them and get an update to find out how active they're going to be over this winter. But this stock continues to move along. So we thought, made a significant new high every 50 cents or so. As it goes higher, if it continues to, we'll continue to update it. And lastly, on the AMEX, this one popped up today. First time mentioning SIHI SinoHub Inc. 294 up 45 cents, 18% move, 2.7 million shares traded. The 52-week high on this is 469, which it did on December 14th of last year, and actually has sold down this year. This is not our typical stock making higher highs. This one has actually bounced off a bottom recently on September 23rd at $1.67. So why are we mentioning it? It's not really moving on momentum except for today, and we don't know if that's going to follow through. But we read their third quarter 2010 financial results. This company makes cell phones and other devices, and really very interesting. 54% increase in revenues in the third quarter to 55.8 million. Their margins are expanding. Their income grew. Their earnings per share is growing. They're increasing their outlooks, and they've got all that broken down here. And it just found it a very interesting read if you're looking for one that's possibly a turnaround situation. Now they also, let me look at the longer term chart here. The 5-year chart is kind of erratic. This company looks like it's been around since 2008. Was as high as $5, but hasn't really done anything since then. So you hope that that's not a stair step on the way down further, but looks like a turnaround based on financials if you're not a chartist. So what caught our eye here is PE ratio they're showing is 450, earnings per share 55 cents. So it's interesting. We're going to start doing our homework on this. Guru Trader videos and tweets are daily snapshots of 5 to 7 very active small and microcap stocks from all North American stock exchanges. We simply track stocks that are trading up significantly on news or making new highs on very high volume without any further consideration of company fundamentals. The point is to save time by focusing on only those stocks that are moving right now. Guru Trader symbols come from filtering market movers and from subjective observations. Our software cross-references today's volume actives, percent gainers, and dollar gainers, which are filtered down to just lower price stocks. We then look at each stock's charts for apparent uptrends and news headlines for obvious one-day-only events to exclude, like a buyout, or for longer-term growth-related news like financials, drill results, patent approvals, etc. to include. This is similar to how many traders look for new stocks as a starting point for further research with their financial and investment advisors. This is not an advisory service, and conflicts may exist as we sometimes take positions, or featured stocks may have bought online advertising or IR support services. Any content published by Investors Guru Small Cap Stock Observer is subject to the terms of our privacy policy and disclaimer at investorsguru.com. For our other small cap stock channels, follow Twitter's Guru Trader tweet in real time on your PC or mobile device at twitter.com/investorsguru. Subscribe to watch YouTube's Investors Guru video channel at youtube.com/investorsguru. Search Investors Guru at facebook.com and add us as a friend to see our videos, tweets, etc. that are all synced to post on our wall. It's free to sign up at investorsguru.com stock community for comprehensive quotes, newsletters, profiles, forums, etc., or to update your portfolio, watch list, alerts, and news by email preferences. Thanks for watching.